there, it's me again, Hestia. Hestia is the goddess of the earth and the sacred flame. And even today, she lives among women. She lives in you. So, welcome to The Princess Left the Tower. My name is Melinda, and today I'm going to tell you about Hestia, the Greek goddess, and about the connection between Hestian and women, and Hestian and you. At the beginning of our histories, there were goddesses and matriarchal societies. In my previous videos, I talked about that and how patriarchy beat the civilization ruled by women, and so go catch those videos. Today we will focus on fire. Yes, because fire is a crucial element to understand the power of women. Fire was worshipped and considered the source of power, and it was guarded and kept alive by women. In ancient Greece, there was a goddess who is now almost totally forgotten, Hestia, or Vesta for the Romans. Now, let's see who is Vesta and why she lives in you and how you can find her inside you. Hestia is the chief of goddesses, not Hera, who is Zeus' wife, but Hestia, because she was the guardian of the fire and of the eternal flame. And all the other gods and goddesses were worshipped through her sacred fire. Hestia was the first daughter of Kronos. Her story is quite complicated, but to make it short, she refused a marriage and she decided to be eternal virgin. And she got the greatest of the honors, to be the guardian of the sacred flame in the Olympian palace and to be present in a form of fire in all the houses. There are only a few temples dedicated to Hestia, but in reality, she is everywhere, in every house, and worshipped by all women. So what's exactly the connection between Hestia and women? To simplify, we can say that Hestia is the earth. She lives in the center of the house, in the most important place of the house, and women were always around that earth. That was the place where they could share secrets, tell tales, pass down traditions, talk about ancient wisdom and learn from ancient wisdom. From that place they could find their inner power and make decisions, take actions and lead the community. Look, Hestia's symbol is the circle, which is a complete element. In the middle of this circle, women could welcome other people, comfort them, advise them, and so on. This is crucial to understand how ancient matriarchal society worked and lived peacefully. Why Hestia is almost totally forgotten today? That happened when patriarchy won on matriarchy and men started to impose a new code of conduct. Watch my previous video to understand a bit better. But in reality, Vesta or Hestia is not dead. She lives in every woman. Her voice is what you hear when you need to endure pain, or when you are driven to love unconditionally, or when sometimes you feel lonely. All the teachings you learn from your mother or your grandmother are echoing Vesta's voice through the centuries. Do you think that I'm crazy? I'm not, or maybe just a bit. Psychologists nowadays consider Vesta as an archetype. The archetype is the essence, the very typical example of a certain person. According to Jung, the archetypes are primitive mental images inherited by our ancestors and still present in our unconscious. That's why Hestia still lives in you. There are other archetypes, they are called inner deities, and I will talk about them in another video. Of all the archetypes, Hestia is the one who is always present, since she is fire, which is energy, spirituality, protection, love, or in other words, maternal love. I told you that Hestia's voice comes to you through the centuries, passed down from mother to daughter. That's maternal love, true maternal love. And you remember the circle, Hestia's symbol. That is the women's circle, the ability that women have to create a circle of people to love, to nourish, to protect. It comes naturally to women, don't you think so? The thing is that women have lost the connection with the fire. In another video I told you that patriarchy stole the fire from women and then used it against them. See the witch hunt and women burnt alive, etc. The fire is the real source of inner power. And it's there, it's in you. You just need to find it again. Do you know what they say? The crackling when you hear when you are near a burning fire, that is Hestia's voice. It is a very calming, relaxing and charming sound. Don't you think so? So I invite you to focus on that sound when you are near a fireplace or a blazing flame outside. Let that voice guide you to rediscover your inner self or rediscover your true voice. What does it tell you? What does it advise you to do? That is your intuition, your true nature, the soul that communicates with you. So listen to that voice, especially when you have to make a choice. It will certainly lead you to the right path. Maybe it won't be very clear at the beginning, but in time it will become clearer. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Ciao!